Minus 10, 9, 8.
The clock is operating. We're underway.
Tranquility Base here. Endeavor, go at throttle.
What has turned out to be a glorious Friday afternoon here in the fiery Cascade region of Central Oregon. We kick it to you live from Mount Bachelor, where we are set to bring you live coverage of run number 2 of the men's 2017 USCSA Giant Slalom National Championship. Hi everybody, Boss Hogg alongside Nick Egan as we are live from the broadcast booth here at the bottom of the Thunderbird Trail. And finally, after 4 days of snowmageddon, we have partly cloudy skies. We can see the sisters out the back of the finish corral here at the men's GS. And we are ready to bring you run number 2 for the men. Who's it going to be this afternoon? Sit back, relax, because for the next 45 minutes, it's going to be quite a dandy of a show as these boys lay down the real speed in the Giant Slalom. The 2017 USCSA National Championships are brought to you in part by Patagonia. Their mission, to build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, and to use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Learn more at Patagonia.com. And by Reliable Racing. Whether it's Alpine and Nordic ski racing apparel and equipment, hill and event supplies, sports timing equipment, or just hard to find race gear, Reliable Racing is your one-stop shop. Check them out on the web at ReliableRacing.com. And by Twitchell Sportswear, the home of Yeti apparel. When you're facing truly abominable weather, the Yeti has you covered. Check out their complete collection at TwitchellSportswear.com. Proud supporters of the USCSA. Quite a contest here in run number 1 earlier this morning. Nick Egan, Andras Reich Poglovich from Rocky Mountain College, picking up right where he left off 48 hours ago after winning a national championship in the men's slalom. Is anyone capable of getting past Poglovich this afternoon?
All morning, and I just got to stick to it. Anything could happen, but that being said, this guy is on a mission. This is his MO. It looks like he says a ritual going to bed where he repeats, I am the winner 500 times before finally closing his eyes, and then he wakes up and does it, boss.
Certainly, he was a second and a half ahead after run number 1 in the men's slalom 48 hours ago here on the Thunderbird Trail, and almost the same here today in the men's GS. Let's take a look at your run number 1 scoreboard. The 10th fastest time this morning from Cornell University, Sean Giannato. Then it's Michael Ladke from RIT in 9th. Grant Hamlin from Oregon State Cascades in 8th. Cornell University's Wyatt Carollo in 7th. Eric Brobacki from Castleton University in 6th. Rounding out your top 5 here in run number 1 from the University of Nevada, Reno, it's Nicolo Monfort in 5th. He won the national championship yesterday in the men's skier cross. Now back here for run number 2 in the GS. Ivo Rico from Sierra Nevada College, the younger brother of legendary Luca Rico, flying high for the Eagles in Incline Village in the 4th slot. Then it's the baby bomb, Eric Hoagbaum from Rocky Mountain College with the 3rd fastest first run time of a 105.96. The technician, Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College, finishing 2nd fastest in the morning sesh with a 104.52. But as we said, the target is clearly on the back of the fastest racer here this morning with a 103.87. From the Battling Bears out of Billings, Montana, it's Rocky Mountain College's Andras Reich Poglovich. Poglovich looked unbelievable. And, we talked about it during the break, Nikki, where skiers will get in the zone at certain times of the year, and it looks like Poglovich is there right now. It's going to be a miracle if anybody can get past this guy because he is in the zone.
Absolutely, boss. And you said yesterday you had spoke with him, and he had just said that it's coming naturally for him. It's almost like his body cannot fail him. He does not have to even think about it when he's in the starting gate, boss. And he's attacking every single gate aggressively.
35 degrees under partly cloudy skies, 10% chance of humidity coming in later on this afternoon. I think we're going to get a free second run. We're going to have no precip during this 2-hour session. Let's hope for it. 73% relative humidity and winds out of the northwest at 12 miles an hour. So a perfect afternoon. The surface looks like it has remained firm. It got a little chewed up in the first run, but they have gone back and reset this second run, and it looks like a clean track for the racers here this afternoon.
Absolutely, and the course crew, props to them. They're doing everything they can, boss. They got salts if they need it. They got rakes to sort of iron out any sort of kinks or divots in the course. This course should be ready to rip, boss.
We took a look at the results from the slalom 2 days ago. On the podium in third place from Castleton University, it was Jan Klindik, and we've talked about Jan earlier on this morning, coming out of the 30th starting position 2 days ago in run number 2 for the men's slalom to finish third. An unbelievable comeback second run performance for Jan Klindik out of Castleton University. Andre Arneson finished second in the slalom from Sierra Nevada College, and Andras Reich Pogladic again with a combined time in the slalom 2 days ago of 1:49.05. Second place was 1:51.74. He almost won by 3 seconds. I mean, that's just unheard of in national championship competition.
That's absolutely right. Going back to Klondike, what you said about him being the comeback kid, I mean, I'm no mathematician, but he was in 30th coming into third place. Now he's in 18th. We might see a negative finish here, boss.
Sit back, relax, folks. An hour and a half of the fastest collegiate ski racing on the planet Earth taking place right now. Here live from Bend, Oregon at Mount Bachelor on a sunny skied Friday afternoon. Boss Hogg and Nick Egan in the house for the call. And we're glad you're joining us on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Don't forget, check out Channel 2. Brad J. and Simon Elston kicking it to you live from the snowboard free ski venue. And earlier this morning, the Newell brothers, Jared and Aaron Newell, down from Nordic on Channel 3. All part of 5 days and 72 hours of live coverage on the USCSA broadcast. We're glad you're with us. We can take a peek here into the studio as Nick Egan and I sit here in the warm but sunny box, and we're glad that you are joining us on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Of course, I am rocking the Boss Hogg Jr. 82nd Airborne Ranger Lead the Way t-shirt here for the broadcast, because we know that the guys from the 82nd forwardly deployed right now, including Boss Hogg Jr. at the north end of the Baghdad, Iraq airport, are watching the broadcast. And so hello to all of you servicemen overseas, especially you guys, the Rangers leading the way in Baghdad, Iraq. And Boss Hogg Jr., you have my respect, brother. You keep it up and keep us safe out there. We love you. Straight here from Mount Bachelor. We are ready to go as our forerunners have made their way down the course, and we are ready to start with Slade Glavish from RPI. He'll be followed by Joseph Demut, Chase Ennis, Gregory Murray, Colden Mrock, Anthony Wong, James McGurno, Reed Lambris, and Andrew Yovine, your first 10 to come down here in run number 2. Slade Glavish from Rensselaer Polytech Institute. He's a biomedical engineering major out of Reno, Nevada, his home mountain, Diamond Peak. It's his first USCSA National Championship. He wants to thank his mother, Yvetta Glavish, his dad, Jason Glavish, his grandpa, Hilton Glavish, and his grandma, Barbara Glavish, all of them watching here today, and they can be proud that Slade ended up on the bubble, 30th fastest after the morning run. He will come out of the box first here in run number 2.
Absolutely, and some of the stuff we've seen, boss, is that the snow is a little bit quicker the earlier you run down, so Slade's going to have a good run ahead of him. I also like to point out that the USCSA is a family of all strides of life as far as collegiate racing goes, and we have seniors who are coming down in their last run of their collegiate career. We're going to see a lot of special moments here, boss. I know it, so stay tuned.
It is indeed, for many of these seniors, their last competitive individual race, the men's GS. Of course, they would have had an opportunity to come back tomorrow, typically on Saturday. That's Super Saturday here on the USCSA Broadcast Network. We bring you live coverage of the men's and women's dual panel slalom. But as a result of a full Alpine cancellation yesterday due to some of the worst, literally the worst skiing conditions I've ever seen, no visibility, a wet track, it was really unsafe to bring these skiers down. So we had to cancel schedule yesterday. We kept the men's schedule for today, but we had to move the women's GS from yesterday till tomorrow. So we're not going to get that dual panel action. So as you said, this could be the very last race for many of these seniors competing today.
Absolutely. I already know some of the seniors have come down and prepped me and warned me about some senior celebrations. So we're going to have a really interesting race here, boss, out of all strides.
Looking forward to it as we are getting ready to go here, and we are underway. Slade Glavish now, bib number 22. He is on course now into the lower third. 8 gates to go for Glavish. Now Glavish driving, has good speed and good left to right motion. Trying to keep the body straight and the body pointed in the line downhill, and he's doing it. A great run here from Slade Glavish, and Glavish across the stripe with a 1:10.33 and a combined time of 2:20.94. That puts him in first place. One of the benefits of going first in the second run, you're atop the leaderboard.
He's a champion right now, boss, and we'll see if we can hold it up for him. He did a great job tucking through that finish and staying low. Key is to be as aerodynamic as possible.
Now Joseph Demute from University of Connecticut, the Huskies, well represented here at the 2017 National Championships, making his way through the center section. Now it's that transition, hard left boot as they move to the skier's right over the final head wall. And a good line here for Joseph Demute from the University of Connecticut. 29th fastest with a 1:10.13 earlier today, and he's down. And he's made the gate. He went down. He used his core strength to pull himself back up. He lost all his speed, but what an amazing recovery to make the final red gate.
Joseph took the panel off, and he should keep that, boss. That should be a souvenir sent with him back home to Connecticut.
So a tough break at the bottom of the course for Joseph Demute, the Husky from the University of Connecticut. A second run time of 1:11.62. That's 2:21.75 for the combined time. So it's still Glavish on the top of the leaderboard. Joseph Demute in second. And now Chase Ennis, the senior from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. We call it the Zoo. Safely through the transition out of the center section. Now 8 gates to go for Ennis. Ennis now moving well through the final 5. Got late on that blue gate. Looks like the flag and gate has come off the red gate. They'll have to have a course worker go out and change that as Chase Ennis is able to get through the finish line. And Ennis with the second fastest time of the day here in run 2 of a 1:10.42. We add that to his first run time and a combined effort of 2:20.31. That's good enough for the top of the leaderboard. So it's Ennis, Glavish, and Demute, your top 3 so far in run 2.
Absolutely, boss, and like you pointed out, we flip our top 30. So as we watch these top 30 come down, each person coming down should theoretically, if they do the best run they can, take first until the next person comes down, all the way through that 30th place with Andros coming down.
Now Clarkson University's Gregory Murray on course, wearing bib number 37. He was 27th fastest after the morning sesh with a 1:09.84. Now moving out of the center section into the lower third. Once they make that transition, that hard right-hand turn across the run, they're staring at 8 final gates before they hit the line, but the legs are literally on fire at this point. Tough snow conditions here at Mount Bachelor, but no problems for Greg Murray as Clarkson University's finest, wearing bib 37, hits the line with the fastest second run time of the day, a 1:09.21, a 2:19.05 combined time, and your new leader. From Clarkson University, it's Gregory Murray.
Boss, those are some of the best turns we've seen all day. He really held the line there, generating speed relentlessly between the gates.
Now Colden Mrack from Clarkson, the teammate of Greg Murray on course. Mrack wearing bib number 60. He was 26th fastest after the morning sesh with a 1:09.80. Now flying out of the transition into the final 6 gates comes Colden Mrack. Mrack with good speed through the transition. No problems here. He'll just have to hang on. He's got a lot of speed in the bottom third. 2 gates to go. And he pulls the tuck. Here comes Colden Mrack, and across the line with the second fastest time of session 2, 1:10.02, a 2:19.82 combined time, good enough for second. So your top 5, it's Demute from UConn in 5th, Glavish from RPAI in 4th, Chase Ennis from UMass in 3rd, Clarkson University's on the top 2 slots, Colden Mrack in 2nd, and his teammate Greg Murray, your leader here in run number 2. Now it's the University of Minnesota Twin Cities' Anthony Wong, wearing bib number 19, 25th fastest after the morning session with a 1:09.73. And it looks like Wong has gone down. We're checking the cameras right now, but it looks like Wong has gone down. Nick, you spoke to Anthony Wong during the break. He said he was going to go for it, and he wasn't lying, was he?
He wasn't lying, boss, and he had a really good end zone finish celebration that we will not see today. Maybe we'll have some glimpse, a highlight reel post to the USCSA Facebook after the race.
That's a tough break for the University of Minnesota Twin Cities' Anthony Wong. He had a good first run, 25th fastest with a 109.73. But he is going to be a DNF here in this men's national championship giant slalom from the Thunderbird Trail. The Thunderbird Trail had ate a few of our racers up here in run number 1. And we are hoping we can see clean action from the rest of the racers to come down. 81 in total. We lost almost 20 racers, 20% of the field out after run number 1, but 81 back here for run number 2. We'll take the times from 1, we'll add them to 2, and that's how we'll crown our national champion here today. Meanwhile, back to live action. Penn State University and the Nittany Lions. Their speed demon, James McGurno III, wearing bib number 16, currently on course. He's an athletic training major from Sayre, Pennsylvania. Skis out of Hidden Valley Ski Area, and it is his first USCSA National Championship.
Absolutely, and boss, he's got a list of podiums here. There's a lot of awards. Number 1, he is runner-up to Trevor Bergen, his teammate, at the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Competition. James can absolutely put him back, and he wants to put it forward here in this race.
Here comes James McGurno with good speed through the center section. It's a bumpy ride over that final head wall as they make the transition, but no problem for James McGurno III. The Nittany Lion from State College, Pennsylvania, now in the back seat. He's going to have to get back over the front. He does. He gets into the tuck in good speed through the finish. Here comes James McGurno, and across the line in 111.24, a combined effort of 220.82. Good enough for 4th place, so a shift in the top 5. It's now Glavish, McGurno, Ennis, Mack, but still Greg Murray from Clarkson University, your leader.
Absolutely, boss, and McGurno wasn't going to come here to ski the pretty boy line. He wanted to ski that bad boy line.
Now back up top, it's Reed Lambris from the University of Nevada at Reno. Lambris just holding on through this center section. It is steep and rugged. Some nasty, choppy snow there, especially on the outside of the track. You can't get too wide. You've got to hold the line here, but no problems for Reed Lambris as Lambris sees the finish corral. 4 gates to go. Now he's behind, but he's able to collect into the tuck and grabbing for the beam. It's Reed Lambris across in 1:08.67, the fastest second run time of the day for Reed Lambris from the University of Nevada at Reno. We add that to his first run time for a total of 2:18.15, and your new leader, it's Reed Lambris.
Reed Lambris was giving those gates a beating, boss. When he went behind, all he did was decide to tuck that shoulder and increase his line forward.
Hot and heavy action here in run number 2 from Mount Bachelor. We're glad you're tuned in to the 2017 USCSA Men's National Giant Slalom Championship as Andrew Yovine from Clarkson University, wearing bib number 13, now through the center section over the final head wall, makes it through the transition with 8 gates to go. He spots the bottom. He can feel himself moving quickly through this course. And here comes Andrew Yovine from Clarkson. Clarkson now driving to the line. 2 gates to go for Yovine. Yovine stretches out, grabs the stripe with the 3rd fastest time of the day, 109.55, a 2:18.79 combined time. That slides Andrew Yovine into the 2nd slot. So a shakeup. Chase Ennis in 5th, Colden Rack in 4th, Gregory Murray in 3rd, Andrew Yovine in 2nd, and now your leader, University of Nevada, Reno's Reed Lambris.
Yovine, the Knuckle Dragons champion of Mount Bachelor, Oregon, this trip. He's up here representing.
Still the fastest 21 skiers to come, including Brian Chambers now. The Husky from the University of Connecticut had to scrape some speed in the middle section just to make the gates, but now he transitions into the lower 3rd. 6 gates to go now for Brian Chambers. He's wearing bib 14 for the Huskies.
This is his last one. He's got one in the chamber, boss. He's going to come through this finish line and punch the line.
Indeed he has, with a 111.30, the 8th fastest here in run number 2, a combined time of 220.52. That slides Brian Chambers into the 6th slot. Still Reed Lambris posting up the combined time to beat of 2:18.15. But Douglas DeLuca now wearing bib number 39 on course. And DeLuca, he wants to change everything on the leaderboard as he makes his way through the center section, dropping into the lower 3rd.
DeLuca is undeclared in major, but he's hoping to declare this run a victory, boss.
Douglas DeLuca from Babson College. now flying through the final 5 gates. He can smell the finish line. He's just got to stay focused and hold on. No scraping speed here at the bottom for Doug DeLuca as DeLuca cranks through the finish stripe with the 4th fastest time of run number 2, a 109.88 and a combined effort of 219.05. Good enough for 3rd place. DeLuca's got to be happy with that run.
Absolutely, boss. And I just noticed, if you look, 4 red gates up from the hill, all the racers are coming in a little bit late on that. I wonder if that's kind of the money gate of it. It's a little bit tighter there compared to the rest of the corridor.
We talked to some of the racers during the break. They said that was a magic place. They have all been focused on that, but you're already 30 gates through the race course before you hit that spot. It's a wonder they can even remember where it is, but in fact they will, including Elias Stewars now. Stewars from Sierra Nevada College, the 19th fastest here in the morning sesh, now flying through the final 6 gates. Coached by Bronco Zagar, this man can fly, and he holds on into the tuck and across the line in the fastest time of the day, 108.23 for Sierra Nevada College's Elias Stewars. We add that to the morning run for a combined time of 2:7.29, and now your new leader from Sierra Nevada College, it's Elias Stewars.
It's amazing these racers are making it down in the times they are, boss. I mean, you're right. Their legs are literally noodles when they get down to this last flat corridor, and he made it look like a victory run.
Andrew Yovine still hanging on, clutching to the 3rd spot on the podium from Clarkson University. Reed Lambers now sliding down to the 2nd slot from the University of Nevada, Reno. And your new leader with a 2:17.29 and the time to beat now. It belongs to the Eagle from Incline Village, Elias Stewars. But here comes Benji Page. Benji Page from St. Anselm's College across the stripe in 1:10.32. A combined effort of 2:19.35, good enough for 6th position. And now from Oregon State at Cascades, the local hometown hero, Danny O'Neill, right out of Bend, Oregon, wearing bib number 29. Danny was 17th fastest after the first run. He wants to add to that and kill everyone's time that's currently on the leaderboard. Here comes Danny O'Neill from Oregon State Cascades. Now O'Neill making his way out of the transition into the final 6 gates into our viewpoint here at the bottom of the hill. It's Danny O'Neill from Oregon State Cascades, wearing the Bright Hunters orange. Had to drive all of 21 minutes from Bend to get here. He knows this mountain better than anyone. Will he know how fast it is? Indeed he will. A 109.54 in run number 2 for Danny O'Neill, a combined effort of 2:18.49. That's good enough for 3rd place. That slides Yovine off of the podium, and now it's O'Neill, Lambers, but still Elias Stewars from Sierra Nevada College, the time to beat.
I'm going to say it again. These Oregon State University Cascades are the renegades. They don't have coaches, and they come down and they're delivering top fast speed times.
Here comes Jan Klendick, wearing bib number 48. We talked about him earlier in the broadcast from Castleton University. Coming from the 30th position in the slalom to finish 3rd. Can he do it again here in the GS? 16th fastest, so he'd almost cut his deficit in half from the slalom. He's got a wild run coming here, Jean Klendick. And Klendick crosses the line at a 109.05, the 3rd fastest time of the day, and a combined effort of 2:17.94. It's good enough for 2nd, so he's done it once again.
He's the comeback kid. I want your autograph, Klendick. That was awesome.
The comeback Klendick has done it once again. He's in 2nd place now, right behind Stewars. So a shake-up on the podium. Yovine in 5th, O'Neill in 4th, Lambers in 3rd, Klendick now in 2nd, but still Elias Stewars. He's the man to beat with the 2:17.29, and Lucas Underkoffer. Skiing for the College of Idaho, the yoke from Caldwell under Ron Bonneau, wearing bib number 10. A 108.78 the morning session, now making his way out of the transition. 5 gates to go for Underkoffer. Here comes Lucas Underkoffer from the College of Idaho. He's grabbing the tuck with 4 gates to go. Plenty of speed for Underkoffer as he makes his way into the corral with a 1:10.57 and a combined time of 2:19.35. That's 8th fastest for the day. It looks like Underkoffer may have had problems up high, Nick Egan.
Absolutely, because when you look at how he took this line back down low, he was aggressively attacking the gates, boss.
Now Alexander Goen, wearing bib number 46 from St. Anselm's College. The 14th fastest after the morning session. Now coming into our view here at our top camera. Oh, and he had some problems there as he entered the center section. It is bumpy and rugged there through those 5 gates. It is really hold on. You've got to have the line planned way above that section or it is going to be nothing but problems for you. As Alexander Goen, now St. Anselm's College speed demon, making his way through the final 6 gates. Now 5 to go for Alexander Goen. Here comes Alex going into the tuck, and he reaches for the beam and hits it at a 109.87, the seventh fastest time of the second sesh, and it moves him into fourth place overall. A 2:18.49 for Alex Goen, and that slides Andrew Yovine down into the sixth slot. There's a tie for fourth place. Danny O'Neill from Oregon State Cascades and Alex Goen from St. Anselm's, both with a combined time of 2:18.49 in the fourth position. Still in third, Reed Lambers from the University of Nevada, Reno. Jan Klindick from Castleton University in second. And Sierra Nevada College's Flying High Eagle Elias Stewars, the leader and the time to beat. Will Tegan Olin from St. Olaf College get it done? We'll find out in 5 gates as Olin drives to the finish line. Into the tuck early and good speed here at the end. Here comes Tegan Olin from St. Olaf College across in 109.43. Good enough for second place overall. 2:17.86 for Tegan Olin from St. Olaf College, pushing Klindick down to the third spot.
And who says the Midwesterners can't do GS, boss? Nobody. You also bring up the choppiness of the gates up on the pitch, and I wonder if it has to do with the cross ruts. That's right, the ruts from the first course can sometimes be an interference in this course because we can't always break down the snow. If you can imagine, there's about jumps between the gates now because of some of the cross ruts that are coming down, boss.
Back to live action now. Babson College's McIntyre Henderson wearing bib number 18, now flying through the lower third. And good speed off that transition had Henderson. Henderson now trying to hold on to the speed into the final gate. He reaches for the line and grabs it at a 109.76, a combined time of 2:18.00. That's good enough for fourth place. Sliding Reed Lambers down a notch into the fifth position. Still Jan Klindick holding on to third. Tegan Olin in second. But Sierra Nevada College's Elias Stewars, he was on fire here in run number 2. 2:17.29, still the time to beat for a national championship.
He was the one that knocked that gate right out of this century, boss.
McIntyre, check that, Sean McCormick from Rocky Mountain College in bib 52, now through the transition. It is a tough center section here.
He's carrying great speed, boss.
You can tell the skis are starting to chatter. He needs to keep them clean, trying to keep the body pointed down and skating towards the end. Trying to pick up that extra 1/1000th of a second is Sean McCormick. Did it work? You betcha it did. The second fastest run of the second run. 108.25 for Sean McCormick, but it vaults him into the lead with a combined time of 2:16.22 from Rocky Mountain College, your new leader, Sean McCormick. Woo! Now Sean Giannato from Cornell University wearing bib number 35. The 10th fastest after run number 1. Flying through the center section, it's Cornell's Sean Giannato. Now here comes Giannato into our view, and he has got good speed and a good line here. Can he hold on to it as the gates really spread out here in the final 3?
You can tell, boss, he's making the aggressive line here.
Now tightening it up and on the backs of the skis through the finish corral, it is Sean Giannato with a second run time of 1:10.81 and a combined effort of 2:18.66. That's good enough for ninth. So let's quickly cap your top 10. In the ninth position, Sean Giannato. Tied for seventh, Alexander Goen and Danny O'Neill. In sixth, it's Reed Lambers. Rounding out your top 5 from Babson, McIntyre Henderson in fifth. It's Castleton University's Jan Klindick in fourth. Tegan Olin from St. Olaf in third. Elias Stewart from Sierra Nevada in second. But now your leader, 2:16.22 combined time, and the man to beat from Rocky Mountain College, it's Sean McCormick. Meanwhile, back to live action. Here comes Michael Ladke from RIT wearing bib number 2. The 9th fastest time in the morning session of a 107.70. And here comes Michael Ladke. Ladke, the chemical engineering major from RIT, and Ladke across the line in a 1:10.74 and a combined effort of 2:18.44. Nick, it looked like Ladke may have had problems in the center part of the course.
Absolutely, I saw it. It was in the midsection. He was a little bit wide on some gates, but I have to give him some props because the speed he was able to generate from his skis on this lower section was paramount.
Fast and furious action here in run number 2 as Boss Hogg and Nick Egan bring it to you from the broadcast center here at the bottom of the Thunderbolt Bird Trail in beautiful Mount Bachelor, Oregon, in the first sunny day we have had in 7. It has been snowmageddon here at the top of the volcano. All we had to get was some lava flowing out of the top of the thing, and that would have been the trifecta, but no. Instead, the sky's clear. They open up, the sun comes out, and we can see the blue blue enough to crown a national champion here in the men's GS. We've got a hold on the course. Grant Hamlin from Oregon State in Cascades, another one of the local speed demons, knows this Thunderbird Trail better than anyone. Skied it 1,000 times if he skied it once. He is being held at the start shack, and you know his blood pressure's up. The heartbeat's pumping. He is cranking nervous up there. As a former ski racer, Nick Egan, what happens when you're in the box, you're ready to go, and all of a sudden the starter says, no, we've got to wait?
Absolutely. There's a ton of things I'll run through your head. I want to talk about the atmosphere from the top of the hill to the bottom. When you're at the top, usually there's maybe a couple quiet boom boxes playing music, but mostly it's sort of an eerie, somber, serious emotion happening, and it's quiet. You maybe have a couple people saying your name as you're in the gate, and then as you come through the finish and come out of this adrenaline rush, you start hearing the techno music, and you start hearing the fans cheering your name as you come through on your final run of the day, and there's nothing like it.
Grant Hamlin is now on course. The speed demon from Bend and Oregon State University Cascades, wearing bib number 8, is on course. A 107.69 in the first run earlier this morning. Good enough for 8th fastest. And here comes Grant Hamlin. Hamlin now through the center section into the transition. Here is the sketchy part of this course. He got into the back seat, had to scrape some speed there. It's hanging on for dear life as he makes it through those center gates. But no problem for Grant Hamlin, as now he's over the transition into the final third. 7 gates to go for Grant Hamlin. Hamlin can spot the finish line. He wants to make Bend, Oregon proud here on his home course. 2 gates to go for Hamlin, and Hamlin hitting the line in a 110.37 and a combined effort of 218.06. That's good enough for 6th place. So it's the 2 boys from Oregon State Cascades, Danny O'Neill currently in 9th, and Grant Hamlin in 6th. But Sean McCormick from Rocky Mountain College coming about halfway through the top 30 flip to post the fastest combined time. Will McCormick be able to hang on? Wyatt Carollo from Cornell University says no. So does Eric Brobacki from Castleton University, now on course. But here comes Wyatt Carollo, the Redman from Cornell University, wearing number 15. He was 7th fastest after the morning session with a 107.13 as he piles it on here in the final 3 gates. Driving to the line, here comes Wyatt Carollo, and Carollo with a 110.27, a combined time of 217.40. That's good enough for 3rd place for Wyatt Carollo. So Carollo slides Tegan Olin from St. Olaf down a slot, and now currently resides on the podium in 3rd. But still Sean McCormick at 216.22, the time to beat. Eric Brobacki from Castleton University in bib number 11, now making his way out of the transition into the final 8 gates. Here comes Eric Brobacki.
Eric Brobacki attacking these gates. He's got a good line. It's very aggressive, boss, because you know he wants himself a championship.
Here comes Eric Brobacki with 4 gates to go. Now letting the skis do all the work, and he glides through the finish into the corral with a 109.88, but a combined time of 216.94. That's good enough for 2nd place for Eric Brobacki from Castleton University. So he's on the podium. He has slidden Elias Stewart down to the 3rd slot. So it's Sean McCormick, Eric Brobacki, Elias Stewart, Wyatt Carollo, and Tegan Olin in your top 5. Still the fastest 5 racers to come, including Nicolo Monfort, the winner at yesterday's men's skier cross national champion. We gave out the hardware in downtown Bend yesterday. Nicolo Monfort stood high atop the podium in the men's skiers cross. He is a cross athlete. He competes in both of the disciplines, and now back again in the men's GS from the University of Nevada at Reno. And here he is. It is Nicolo Monfort. And will he win another championship? Maybe, just maybe. The fastest combined time of the day belongs to Nicolo Monfort from the University of Nevada at Reno, and a combined time of 2:15.38. He pushes Sean McCormick off the top. Your new leader, it's Nicolo Monfort.
Monfort traditionally trained in the skier cross. He was probably used to these cross ruts, boss, that we've been referencing up top, being able to absorb them with his knees and his skill there.
Monfort was knocking people out of the way yesterday on the skier cross course. Today he's knocking gates out of the way. And will he knock down a national championship? Only 4 racers have a chance to knock him down a notch, including Ivo Rico. Rico from Sierra Nevada College, the younger brother of Luca Rigo, a legendary racer out of Incline Village. And here he comes, 2 gates to go for Ivo Rico. And Rico, second fastest in the overall time. A good run, 1:10.00 here in run number 2 for a 2:16.07 combined time. That moves Ivo Rico from Sierra Nevada College into the second slot. So wild action here in the top 5. Elias Stewart in 5th, Eric Robaki in 4th, Sean McCormick in 3rd, Ivo Rico now in 2nd, but still your leader with a 2:15.38 from the University of Nevada, Reno. It's Nicolo Monfort, but now it's the Baby Bomb. The bomb is on the course. Rocky Mountain College's Eric Hoagbaum wearing bib number 34, the 3rd fastest time at run number 1 with a 1:05.96, flying through the 5 gates like a tremendous machine. Here comes Eric Hoagbaum from Rocky Mountain College. Will the Baby Bomb get it done as he crosses the stripe? And he does! It's the fastest combined time of the day. Eric Hoagbaum with a 2:14.05 and has taken the lead away from Nicolo Monfort. So it's Probacki, McCormick, Rico, Monfort, and now the Baby Bomb, Eric Hoagbaum, your new leader.
Absolutely, Eric Hoagbaum came through the section here the fastest out of anyone. I didn't even have a chance to grab my sheet, boss. He was that fast. He's almost done with the course.
Still the fastest 2 to come, including the technician from Sierra Nevada College, Finlay Neeson, wearing bib number 4. And now dropping in, Andras Reich Pogledich is on course. So here we go, the final 2 in the 30. Here they come down the mountain. First, it's Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College. Now 3 gates to go. Neeson needs to fly through the final gate as he punches the stripe. And your new leader, a combined time of 2:11.26. Finlay Neeson, the technician from Sierra Nevada College, has done it. Your new leader. It is Finlay Neeson, but still, Rocky Mountain College's Andras Reich Pogledich now making his way into the center section. He'll soon be into the transition. Will he have enough to overtake Finlay Neeson? The Baby Bomb guaranteed a podium spot here in the 2nd position. So is Neeson. That just matters who is going to win this thing. Is Andras Reich Pogledich going to do a double-double? Something's happened to Pogledich. We're going to have to check here. Here he comes now. 5 gates to go for Andras Reich Pogledich. Pogledich trying to double up. He wants to be a 2-time champion. Will it come true as Pogledich reaches the line? It's not enough. 2:11.47, good enough for 2nd place. And Finlay Neeson from Sierra Nevada College is going to be your national champion in the men's giant slalom.
Boss, we said at the beginning of the day that anything could happen, especially during the second run, during the Bibo, and Bronco's going to walk away here today, a leader over Jerry's team and the rest of the Wolf Pack.
Right, Pogledich had it all dialed in. He was feeling the groove the entire way. He pushed it hard down the lower 3rd. He knew he had to lay it down, but you talk about a second run, Nikki Egan. Finlay Neeson comes out with a 1:06.74. That is a full second faster than Pogledich comes down in the second run. And you add that to the first run, 2:11.26 is the combined time for Finlay Neeson, 2:11.47 for Reich Pogledich. So Finlay Neeson coming from behind in the second run to get it done, and he's taking home the big prize today.
Absolutely, boss. This is an amazing race to watch, and it's interesting to see the different race styles. And when Finlay came down, he's just carrying so much speed, but he wasn't as active between the gates, but it still shows his speed won the day.
Unbelievable. Last 5 racers, we saw Ivo Rico come through like just a machine moving through the course. He's going to end up in 5th place from Sierra Nevada College. Nicolo Monfort, the winner of the skier cross yesterday, finishing 4th place in the Alpine Giant Slalom. What a great testament to that kid's skill set. And then your podium in the 3rd slot. From Rocky Mountain College, it is the Baby Bomb, Eric Hoagbaum, with a combined time of 2:14.05. Andras Reich Pogledich from Rocky Mountain in 2nd. And your winner, the day belongs to the 2017 USCSA Men's Giant Slalom National Champion, flying high from Incline Village, it's Finlay Neeson.
It's absolutely incredible, boss. And looking at the crowd right here, it's great to see all the athletes together, congratulating one another, cross team lines. Everyone's got a very big support for one another. It's great to see.
Now back to live action. Matthew Couture from Castleton University on course, wearing bib 66. And the Big Blue, University of Michigan, out of Ann Arbor, is Killian Kosick in bib number 21. He is on course, and he will be followed by Logan DeAngelis from the University of California, Davis. Now across the line, it is Matthew Couture from Castleton University, wearing bib number 66. Second run time of 110.56 and a combined effort of 221.25. I'll tell you what, that's as exciting a ski race as I've seen in some time, Nick Egan.
Absolutely, and it's destiny to see the sun come out and clear everything up. Matthew Couture finishing his last race, of course. Simply wanting to thank family, friends, and coaches.
Killian Kosick now from the University of Michigan into the final 6 gates. He's a business major from the Big Blue in Ann Arbor. Skis out of Pine Knob. He's from Clarkston, Michigan. Not his first rodeo here at the USCSA Nationals. And he crosses the stripe with a 1:14.46 and a combined time of 2:25.59. Logan DeAngelis now from the University of California at Davis, wearing bib number 7 on course, and dropping in from the start shack, it is Matt Hyland from Duke University. The Blue Devils here from Raleigh-Durham. Hyland wearing bib number 40, 35th fastest in the morning session. First, we'll see Logan DeAngelis, though, from the University of California in Davis.
Logan's coach, Britt Terrian, he's a managerial economics major. Hometown of Mammoth Lakes, California. Home mountain, of course, Mammoth Mountain. He's used to the steep spots. Cruising into the finish line. Logan DeAngelis punches the line with a combined time of 2:26.91, 32nd fastest of the day. Next on the course, we have Matt Hyland, Duke University's Blue Devil. This guy's crazy, folks. All his favorite memories are involved in his crashes. We'd like to thank his father, Jim, for showing him the knucklehead way of going down the mountain.
You know, I got to think his dad, Jim Hyland, probably has a good video reel. If his highlight of ski racing has been all of his crashes, you know they're probably epic. You know, I'd like to get a copy of that. We'll show that next year at Nationals if Jim Hyland will send us a copy of the edit reel of his kids' crashes during his ski racing career. Matt Hyland from Duke University, 1:15.31, a combined effort of 2:26.48 now. Asa Frankowski from Clarkson University. Asa, coached by Justin Sperry. He's a fermentation sciences special. You know, it means he makes beer and other things.
Other things. Hometown of Anheuser-Busch, Belgium, of course. We love that town. And,
indeed.
Hometown of King Pine. All right.
Here comes Asa Frankowski now. 2 gates to go into the tuck, and he hits the stripe in a time of 1:12.88. Combined time of 2:24.10. Josh Laburko from the University of Wisconsin in Madison now on course. He's coached by Travis Knight and Dakota Ducks, biomed engineer from the University of Wisconsin. He hails from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, skis out of Highland Hills, and this is his first USCSA National Championship for Josh Laburko.
It's pretty amazing. Highland Hills, I've been there, skied it many times. Highland Hills is about the length, about 6 of these gates from up from the finish, boss.
Josh Laburko now, 3 gates to go. Good speed here at the bottom of the course for Laburko. Let's see if he can move up into the top 30. 32nd fastest with a combined time of 2:25.18.
Another Minnesota boy up next, Griffin Struck, hailing from Deep Haven, Minnesota.
Griffin Struck on course, just dropping in from the start shack here high atop the Thunderbird Trail. You're watching the 2017 USCSA National Championships here live from Mount Bachelor on the Thunderbird Trail as Boss Hogg and Nick Egan bring it to you on a beautiful Friday afternoon in the fiery Cascade region of Central Oregon as Thomas Vandal from Rocky Mountain College hits the line with a 1:11.84 combined time of 2:23.18, good enough for 31st place. Let's quickly review your top 10. Well, we're going to see if we can get your top 10. We can see the top 9, so I'm going to give the top 9, which is like the top 10, except it's just cut my screen off. So Wyatt Carollo from Cornell University in the 9th position. Sierra Nevada's Elias Stewars, who held on to the lead for quite some time through that top 30 flip in 8th. Eric Robacki in 7th from Castleton University. Rocky Mountain College's Sean McCormick in 6th. Rounding out your top 5, it's Iva Rico from Sierra Nevada College in the 5th slot. Nicolo Montfort from the University of Nevada, Reno in 4th. the Baby Bomb, Eric Hochbaum from Rocky Mountain College in third. Andras Reich Pogledich, the winner of the 2017 men's slalom, finishing second from Rocky Mountain. And your winner, the day belongs to the technician himself from Sierra Nevada College out of Incline Village. Let's give it up for Finlay Nissen. Now Griffin Struck from the University of Connecticut across the line at 1:14.22, combined time at 2:25.63. Next it's the red man from Cornell University, Patrick Helkema.
It looks like we've had some seniors come to the finish, boss, and they sort of just look up the hill and decide, I left it all out there, and this is the end of my multi-year racing career.
It's a big day here on the last day of individual competition for the men. No dual panel slalom tomorrow, so this is the last chance that the boys will be on the trail. And it is a bittersweet time. And Nick, you've done this as well as a racer here at the USCSA. You then came to your senior year last year. You were out at Lake Placid, and I tell you, I was sitting here with Alex Beatty as we watched you cross the finish line, and we could tell just by seeing your face what emotions were going through your mind at that time. And so you can completely relate to what's happening to these kids here today.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing quite like coming to the end of something that you spent so much time doing, and then right when you get to the finish, the people, your best friends you made for the past 4 years, all there embrace you, and you turn in that bib, that wretched bib, for one last time.
Grant Duffy from the University of Washington now into the final three gates. He was 41st fastest after the run number 1. He crosses the stripe and moves up a few places to 25.86, good enough for 36th place for Duffy Grant from the University of Washington. I think this is his first USCSA National Championship. Indeed it is. He's an electrical engineer from the University of Washington, coached by Kent Johnson, and skis out of Stevens Pass, hails from Snohomish, Washington. So welcome to the USCSA Nationals, Grant Duffy, in a successful giant slalom performance here this afternoon on the Thunderbird Trail. Meanwhile, Brady Nilsson now from the College of Idaho, flying through the lower third into the final three gates. And across the stripe in a 1:15.90, 2:27.78. That's good enough for 39th fastest.
Brady Nielsen, of course, coach of Ron Bonneau, major in health sciences from Detroit, Michigan, Detroit Rock City.
He is the Detroit City madman, isn't he? Brady Nielsen. I didn't know that. I thought it was Ted Nugent, but it's not. It's Brady Nielsen.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that Motown soul. You can see in how he skis.
Paul Klosterman from Castleton University now coming across the line wearing bib number 83.
Hey, say his home mountain with me on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Attitash. He does not ski at Attitash. He skis at Attitash. I told you, if you go there and you say Attitash, they will take you behind that red building there in the back of the lodge and beat you up. They will. They don't take any of that.
I'm protected in the timing or the broadcast.
Don't mess
booth.
with people with fixed grip chairlifts, dude. I'm telling you. If it's got a fixed grip chairlift, you don't want to mess with those people. If it's a rope tow, like if you're on a rope tow, you don't need to make any comments like Attitash.
Yeah.
Attitash. You know what it is.
Attitash. Oh, we got another one.
Paul Klosterman from Castleton University, 1:14.81 in the second run, 2:26.81 for his combined time. So a good performance here for Paul Klosterman. Richard Scanlon, one of my favorite racers here at the USCSA. He is a Husky from the University of Connecticut wearing bib number 101. He just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't care if it's dangerous. He doesn't care if he shouldn't be going that fast. He doesn't care if he can make that turn or not. He still goes for it. This kid goes for it.
He's got that Attitash spirit.
Yeah, he does. That's why he skis at Attitash.
Scanlon. Sociology major. Coach, of course, is Bruce Diamond from UConn.
He's the man.
Richard Scanlon, like many of us, favorite memories in USCSA is traveling across the country with my team. I can tell you from personal experience, some of the most wacky, wild experiences happen when you're in a car for 30 hours with 16 other college kids.
We know a little bit about that. Northeastern University certainly does. Back to live action now. Richard Scanlon still being held. Looks like a course hold here. Indeed it is. So while we take a few minutes here, let's go over some of the coverage that's happening here around the mountain. Of course, plenty of action at the snowboard free ski venue. can be found on Channel 2 of the USCSA Broadcast Network. Brad J. from the Olympic Games, the X Games for 15 years, the Dew Tour, and every other exciting action sport you've ever heard. He is joining us down with Simon Elston at the Snowboard Free Ski venue. And tomorrow morning, you can catch out the team finals. This is the big team relays at Nordic, and Jared and Aaron Newell will bring you that live coverage starting at 9 o'clock a.m. local time. That's Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern time on Channel 3 here at the USCSA Broadcast Network.
Hey, boss, I'd like to give a little shout-out to Brad J., if that's okay. One of his signature moves. Yeah!
That's Brad J. for you, baby. He is the man with the plan. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here from Alpine as we are on course hold. The clouds starting to roll back in just a little bit, but still sunny skies here. What are you doing, looking at the Hot Dog, the movie?
Well, I saw we had
You're
a tie.
watching a film during the broadcast?
Don't we have a tie down here?
Nick
in the
Egan's
top
got
10?
a movie going on in here. He's watching Hot Dog while he's announcing.
We have a tie in the top 10, and I
How do
think
you do that?
I was looking up regulations on, of course, the only
You're
way
not
to
looking
settle
at
a tie.
regulations. You're looking at that Austrian guy go, you can ski down this side or you can ski down that side, but do not ski down the middle.
Chinese downhill is the only way.
Oh, my word.
No, seriously, we have a tie, and I was just looking up and maybe going to announce a Chinese downhill at the top of the peak. We'll see. I don't know.
They're going to let Richard Scanlon loose. He is a beast, and he's on the course. So back to live action now as the University of Connecticut Husky, Richard Scanlon. Scanlon now making his way through the center section into the lower third. Should be coming into our view momentarily, and Scanlon's down. Oh, and Scanlon continues to slide. I told you he was a beast. He's an animal.
He skis with attitude, boss.
Let's see if he's okay. Richard Scanlon had the din set to about 31.5. He won't be coming out of those skis. They're actually welded to his boot.
That's right.
He sleeps with them
It's a
standing up.
one piece. I mean,
he
they
sleeps
are the
standing up,
boot.
yeah. Or they hang him upside down. I'm not sure which. Now let's see. He's gotten out of the skis.
Wow.
He must have some kind of ejection button that he pushes, because if that fall didn't take him off, he had to manually remove them, and he's dejected. And that's what Richard Scanlon's all about. Let me tell you what, this guy's the real deal. And a tough break for him here in run number 2 for Richard Scanlon, the Husky from the University of Connecticut. Meanwhile, back to live action now. Local hero from Oregon State at Cascades, right there in Bend, Cody Winters, wearing bib number 80 now. Winters flying right through that blue gate. Oh, and he caught it, but was able to collect himself. What a balancing act here for.
That's another one where the course forces Cody Winters to fall, but he did something about it. He didn't allow it to happen.
I'm telling you, it's something about this mountain. These guys from Oregon State Cascades, they have got a hex, like some Haitian voodoo on this mountain going on.
Right.
And,
beginning of each season, they have to perform a sacrifice or something just
Clearly.
to balance the relationship in their favor.
Cody Winters pulling it together, 112.28 second run, 224.32 combined effort, good enough for 33rd fastest. Meanwhile, from Pittsburgh, Justin Bergen in the inaugural performance from any student athlete from the University of Pittsburgh, or Pitt, as many people in Pennsylvania know them as. And we are glad to have Pitt represented here at the USCSA Nationals, led by Justin Bergen. And Bergen across the line in 120.21 with a combined time of 232.30. And my good friend Francois Steichen, a huge Pitt fan, will be glad to see Pitt represented here at 2017 Nationals.
Justin Bergen, this is actually amazing. He might be one of the biggest natural talents we've ever seen in skiing, because he just started skiing 1 month ago.
I don't believe
I think
that.
he showed up to that regional event,
And
boss,
just won?
slapped him on, did Bodie Miller, and figured out how to do it. Said, I can do this.
Now it's AJ Longabuco from RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, and Longabuco across in 116.68, 229 flat, good enough for 42nd fastest.
AJ likes to attribute his coach's name to Brain. I believe that means his own brain, or maybe that's a new way of spelling Brian.
No, I think that's Brain.
That's
that might
Brain.
be from the movie with Kirk Douglas, Escape from New York.
Oh.
Remember Harry Dean Stanton played Brain in that film.
Maybe that is his coach. He is from New York.
No one under 40 years old would even know what I'm talking about here.
I pretend to.
Back to live action. Clarkson University's Nicholas Lacasse now on course. Bib number 107 crossing the line in a 1:14.38 with a combined effort of 2:26.74. St. Anselm's College Stephen McLeod in bib 58. He is on course, and now dropping in it is Robert Chambers, also a Husky from UConn. Meanwhile, here is St. Anselm College's Stephen McLeod in bib number 58. And I'll tell you, that center section is cut up. That is a nasty ride through that transition right there, as we can see here on our upper video shot.
You know what you got to do? You got to take that lasso, woohoo, and hang on, boss.
Just got to do it.
Yeah.
Here comes Stephen McLeod from St. Anselm, 3 gates to go. He wants to get in the tuck, but it's almost like, hey, man, it's been such a rocky ride so far, I'm almost not ready to do it yet.
Call it a day.
No problem here for Robert Chambers, though. Or check that, Stephen McLeod, St. Anselm. 1:17.47, a combined time of 2:29.87. That's good enough for 44th fastest. So a quick rundown here of your top 9 because we can't see the 10th. Wyatt Carollo for the 9th position from Cornell. Sierra Nevada's Elias Stewart's in 8th. Eric Robacki from Castleton University in 7th. Sean McCormick from Rocky Mountain College in 6th. Rounding out your top 5, it's the Eagle from Sierra Nevada, Iva Rico in 5th. University of Nevada, Reno's Nicolo Monfort in 4th. And your podium, the Baby Bomb, Eric Hoagbaum from Rocky Mountain in 3rd. Andras Wright Pogladic in 2nd. And your winner today with an amazing second run, come from behind victory from Sierra Nevada College, it's Finlay Neeson. Robert Chambers came across in 1:13.65, 2:26.18 combined time. Alexander Harris now wearing bib number 9 through the transition, now into the final 5.
Alex Harris, of course, born and raised on Damnation. That's Mount Lacrosse. It's the only steep hill we really have in the Midwest, but Alexander Harris making it known that he is used to the steep spots during this run.
Good second run for Harris, 1:15.42 and a 2:28.00 combined time. That's 44th fastest here in this field of 81. Back to live action now. Eric Stein from the University of Wisconsin at Madison, wearing bib number 36. No problems through the transition for Stein as he makes his way into the lower third. He can spot the finish corral now. A real steep transition there. The course is starting to rut up a little bit, and as we suspected, as the sun came out, Nikki Egan, it really let that shell that had created just over a couple hours of freezing last night, it let go, and now it's been punched through. And a great testament, I might add, to the course crew here who's been able to scrape this thing out and make it flat at all.
Absolutely, boss. And sometimes you'll see you have the hard snow and the soft snow all in one course, and you're basically getting thrown around on the way of your ski because of the different conditions your ski is going over and the different speeds it'll make it travel.
Eric Stein across the line in 1:16.76, a second. That's for the second run, a combined time of 2:29.63.
You know, boss, me being a Midwesterner, I'm not really used to, and I put that in quotes for the people who can't see the internal camera, used to some of the snow conditions here. So I asked a ski instructor what to do, and he said pizza and french fries. If you french fry when you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. So, you know, you gotta abide to the local mountain way of skiing around here, and that's what we gotta do here today.
Ryan Carlucci from Fairfield University is next to come down. He'll be followed by Lucas Tinkham from Fairfield, his teammate. Jack Blanchard from Babson. We'll see James D'Agostino from Penn State. Jeremy Gottlieb from Duke University. Nicholas Barbier from Stanford, ready to come down for his second run, along with John Bolin from Babson. Anthony Chiffone from the College of Idaho, along with Tobias Macedo. Jack Post, Christopher Burns, Colin McGlynn, Jens Melby, and Willie Maz. The Maz man from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
Willie Maz.
He's taking your spot, dude. You were the king, and now he's the king, isn't he?
Yeah, it's don't say
you picked
taking.
it.
It's not like a.
Oh, you picked it. You selected him.
Well, no, I mean it's a democracy.
It is. There is
in
a
some
vote.
regards.
But you could have
Well,
ruined
it's a
it.
democracy on the outside, but truly a dictatorship on the inside.
I was going to say, because you could have ruined him. Like, you could have ruined all chances that he ever had of being the president of the University of Minnesota Twin Cities
Still
Ski
can,
Club.
boss. Still can.
It could still happen because you have photos. Yeah, you've got the photographs, don't you?
No. Willie Maz, one of the best kids I'll ever meet, and I can, hands down, even jokes aside, say
he's
that.
the real deal.
He's the real deal.
I know he is,
It's
man.
absolutely right.
That's why we can pick on him,
William
because he knows
F.
it's a
Mize.
load. He knows it's a complete load because he's so straight and put together.
You know what? You know who you need to meet? His brother Charlie. Charlie.
It's the real deal.
Oh, whole other level. The Maz boys. Shout out to their parents. They did a phenomenal job with those
I
kids.
love it. We'll see William Maz. He'll be down after 10 or 12 more racers. Meanwhile, back to live action now here on the Thunderbird Trail. Run number 2 for the men's 2017 Giant Slalom National Championship. Boss Hogg and Nick Egan on the call from the broadcast box as Ryan Carlucci in bib number 49. Now making his way through the center section into the transition.
Carlucci, of course, his coach's name is Bart. He's a major in history. His hometown is Beverly, and his home mountain is Mount Washington Valley. He's never been to the national championships before, boss, and I'm sure this has been an interesting experience given all the weather we've gone through. I can't even remember that weather, though. Look at this. We're sitting in Bluebird almost,
Well,
60-degree weather day.
I got to tell you that we were here 2 years ago, as you know, and for 7 consecutive days, it was a Jamaican beach party out here at Alpine. I mean, we were ready for like dready hippies to roll down with, the green, red, and yellow Rasta hats. I mean, it was 60 degrees, not a cloud in the sky for 7 consecutive days. And after that event, I told many people, I said, that was the greatest ski race I've ever been to from start to finish. Like the absolute most epic, fantastic weather I've ever had for that many days in a row. At the end of this week, I'm going to go back and say that was the most epic 5 days of weather I've ever seen in the history of ski racing, and it's on the bad side. So Mount Bachelor wins the absolute very best weather we've ever had in a national championship award, and the very worst weather we've ever had in a national championship award. So they get both ends of the spectrum, and that's what you should expect, because in order to get that high, you got to get that low, don't you?
Absolutely. It's appreciate the rain, or in this case, the snow, the blizzard, the terrible visibility, to appreciate the sun. And that's
exactly
what we're
right.
doing right now. This is extra bittersweet because of the weather we faced earlier this week.
I'll tell you what I'm appreciating. That's Lucas Tinkham now on course. Tinkham making his way through the center section. Tinkham had a real slow top half here. Had to scrape a lot of speed just to stay on course. Now he's back in the game. It is hard to get going again because it just blows your mind. Real bumpy here through the center section.
Lucas Tinkham, of course, from Fairfield University. Coach's name is Bart Kalgren. Major in marketing. Hey, me too. Hometown of Jackson, New Hampshire. And his home mountain, of course, Mount Washington Valley. This is also his first time competing. Oh, excuse me. Pardon that. This is his second time competing in the national championship. So he'll lay out the veteran for the rest of them, huh?
Here comes Lucas Tinkham into the finish corral. A good second run time for Tinkham, 120.54. That's good enough for 2:34.05 and 49 fastest for bib number 17. Now it's Jack Blanchard from Babson College flying through the center section into the transition. A hard left boot set of turns on a side hill line. That is a real tricky section right there.
And he did it really well, boss.
Yeah, his line is good. He's chosen a good line here, and he's trying to hold on to the speed. His legs are definitely wobbly now as he hits the line with a time of 1:14.27 and a combined time of 2:27.87. It's good enough for 44th fastest here for Jack Blanchard from Babson. I bet we see lots more of Jack Blanchard coming up in future national championships.
Absolutely, boss.
Penn State University, Nittany Lion, James D'Agostino now on course in bib number 45. Here comes D'Agostino.
The Dag Man, boss.
He is the Dag Man. The Dag Man just throwing it around like he owns the place.
James D'Agostino, coach's name, Lizzie Houston, Energy Engineering. He's from West Caldwell, home mountain, Mount Peter.
Look, the Dag's trying to grab he's trying to grab the tuck real high. Oh, now he's late. Oh, now it's a wild ride for D'Agostino, but he's
Hold
made
on,
it through.
folks.
And James D'Agostino.
Well, did you know this, boss? He was photographed, and he's on a calendar.
Yes, he is.
He was on a
the
calendar
month of
issue
July.
the month of July.
He is the July center cover boy
I wonder if he was still wearing the GS suit.
for the biggest bore calendar is what it says. Yeah, that's fantastic. So you got to get that calendar and see James D'Agostino, the Nittany Lion from Penn State University. Very proud of that. Jeremy Gottlieb now from Duke University coming through the transition. Now here comes Gottlieb. 10 gates to go for Jeremy Gottlieb wearing bib number 3. Got an early start position. Pulled the ball out of the hat, had to scrape all the speed
He's
there on
getting
that
wild.
blue gate. That is a tough delay right there. And Jeremy Gottlieb from Duke University safely across the line in a 1:18.60 combined time of 2:32.83.
Absolutely, boss. Absolutely, boss. Absolutely, boss. That was his favorite phrase, everybody, and this is his final race. So one more time, absolutely, boss.
Jeremy Gottlieb, what a storied career at the USCSA National Championships. We are glad he is with us, and we will remember the Blue Devils and Duke University from Raleigh-Durham. Jeremy Gottlieb in his final run of this 2017 USCSA Nationals. Down on the track is Nicholas Barbier.
Coach's name, Ross Collins, Major Symbolic Systems.
And Barbier has really gone off into the side here. That is a nasty section where our camera is. He is conscious and sitting up, but it looks like he might have a sore knee or leg here. We're going to take a look as we ski down to him. Meanwhile, here is John Bolin from Babson.
Treacherous conditions, boss.
That is a nasty section of the course, and it's not getting any better. There's just nothing you can do about it. Like, you can scrape it all you want, but it is rock hard, solid on the outside of this track. It is bumpy and rugged and gnarly on the inside of the track. It is a survival run right now to get down this thing.
You know, it's like the cartoons when someone flexes and they have muscles within muscles. This is ruts within ruts, boss. And you got
true.
Ruts that are pushing you away from the gates, making you slower. You got ruts that are the right one, but that's the finest little thing to find. And then you got the powder on the outside, which will slow you right down.
That was John Bolin from Babson, 2:32.80, 50th fastest. And now back to live action from the College of Idaho, Anthony Chaffone, wearing bib number 69 now. The Yote from Caldwell, Idaho, looking good through the transition into the final 8.
Ooh, what happened here?
Well, it looks like that that might be Bolin coming down, or Barbier coming still down. Barbier is going to get out of the way. And it looks like that Anthony Chaffone now from the College of Idaho, he'll cross the line in a 1:18.66 in a combined time of 2:33.28. But that was Nicholas Barbier in bib number 23 that was skiing down. So it's good to report it looks like he is okay.
That's right.
And on his feet and has come down the mountain without any help. So good news for the Barbier family. Tobias Macedo now from St. Olaf College in bib 68.
Macedo, coach name MR, brand new coach this year, boss. Macedo came here to study political science at the Northfield College of St. Olaf College in Minnesota. His hometown is Fortaleza in Brazil. He's got experience skiing out here on Mount Hood.
Tobias Macedo from St. Olaf College in bib 68 now, past the transition into the final 5 gates. Oh, and he missed the gate at the bottom right there. He caught an edge with the left outside boot. He was unable, it shot him off a line. He was unable to bring it back. The gates are so tight here at the bottom of this run. And that is a tough break for Tobias Macedo. He had a good run going, but we're going to see lots more from this Brazilian here at the USCSA National Championships. He will think about that second to the last gate for a long time now. One brief moment and loss of focus can be the end of your day on a track like this, Nick Egan.
Skiing is one of the most unforgiving sports, but speaking of forgiving, we got Jack Post coming in his last run in his collegiate career. One of the nicest kids I've ever met. I've skied with him since I was 12 years old. Jack Post, historic racing career. Congratulations, an ultimate finish.
That is the final run for Jack Post in his USCSA collegiate career. And
the Postman.
Hats off to the Postman. 1:18.71, 2:33.45, and nothing but mad respect and props for the man with the plan from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. That's Jack Post. Meanwhile, back to live action, Christopher Burns from Lafayette College. Now on course in bib number 12, negotiating and navigating his way through the final 8 turns, trying to hold on to the speed.
Aggressive negotiations, might I add.
No problem with that. Colin McGlynn is next up. Meanwhile, Chris Burns across in 1:23.48, a combined time of 2:38.35.
What was his positioning there, boss? Because one of his favorite lists of podiums is being top 60 in nationals.
He is 56th.
There we go, Chris Burns.
He is 56th.
That's what we like to see.
They got the DJ. They're rocking the DJ logos on the right arms, man. It's a good crew right there. Christopher Burns from Lafayette College. Jens Melby now on course from the University of Wisconsin in Madison, wearing bib number 76. And here comes William Maas. Willie Maas out of the box for Minnesota Twin Cities, wearing bib number 70. He is on course. He will follow Jens Melby, who we'll see here into the screen right now. Jens Melby from the University of Wisconsin in Madison.
Melby, a new member. He's gained this new experience. This is the first time that he's made it to nationals. Coach, of course, being Dakota Ducks. She was also a UW-Madison competitor within the USCSA back in her day. Major of biology, Jens Melby, a nice, smart kid.
Jens Melby from Wisconsin-Madison into the tuck and grabbing the stripe with a second run time of 1:19.42, combined effort of 2:36.12. That's good enough for 56th fastest. Now, just FYI, that moves Christopher Burns to 57.
We're going to have to watch that,
Yeah, he's got to hang on here. Burns has got to hang on. Meanwhile, here comes William Maas. Willie Maas wearing bib number 70. The chief cook and bottle washer of the University of Minnesota Twin Cities program.
That's
also
right.
the vice president of his fraternity. This guy's going to be a Fortune 500 CEO. We're all going to borrow money from him when we're older.
Lord knows.
We'll never pay it back. It's going to
right.
be fantastic. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Willie Maas from
Oh,
the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Dragging. He is
Dragging
definitely
nuts.
dragging the nuts.
Oh,
and now he's
yeah.
gone down. Now he's
Yeah.
gone down. He is in the finish corral. He's going to pull up his glasses so we can see his face. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Willie Maas from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities.
I love you, man.
His final run of the day here in run number 2 at the 2017 USCSA National Championships. Charlie Kelly now from Lafayette College in bib number 47 on course. Here he comes through the Final Four. He'll be followed by Nevada Reno's James Henderson.
Oh, we all have heard of dragging nuts, but dragging poles, Charlie Kelly brings in a new era.
He was dragging the pole,
He was
wasn't he?
dragging the pole,
Yeah,
Ross.
if he was whacking the pole, then he would have gotten 500 NAR points, but he was dragging it instead, so
That's
there's
right.
no points for that.
That's right. No whacking.
Jeremy Price from the University of Wisconsin-Madison now on track. And he'll be making his way, check that, he just dropped in from the start shack. So we'll see Price down here about 50 seconds from now. Drew Carlton is awaiting his second run. He'll be followed by Joseph Urbano, Trevor Bergen, Paul Polk, Tim Garrett, Alex Conrad, Donald Lehman. And our final 5 racers here in the afternoon sesh, Luke Lalliman, Andrew Brinker, Connor Smith, Jacob Mullet, and Alexander Quast.
Boss, you know what's interesting? We're sitting here, and I remember one of our early struggles on this Nationals broadcast was not having a heater in this room, but I'm about to say, this has got to be 75 degrees or more, 80 degrees in this broadcast
We turned the
right
heat.
now.
We turned the heat off. Well,
Maybe it's because we warmed
pretty
up.
much on Monday night when they ran out of gas in the middle of the night. And of course, old here, as we're going to clean things up here for the final 10 racers. Nick, great to have you here in the broadcast box. It is nice on a day like today where you can really relate to what's happening here at the finish corral of this men's giant slalom championship. A bittersweet day for a lot of these guys where they have really spent, and if you're not a ski racer, if you're just a mom or dad or a grandparent or somebody just checking out the broadcast today, you don't know a lot about what goes into training in these things. This is the biggest hurry up and wait sport in the history of athletics.
Absolutely.
And it's not hurry up and wait inside a warm building or inside a locker room. It's hurry up and wait on the side of a 20 below zero, 50 mile an hour, wind blown top of a lift. You look down, you're the only kid on the mountain because nobody else is stupid enough to go out skiing that day. And you're setting little brush gates so you can train for the umpteenth time to run gates. You're canceling plans with friends. You don't get to go to the prom. You can't go out on a Friday night and party because you got to be at a ski race early Saturday morning. It's real commitment. And when it all comes to an end, as it is for many of the gentlemen here today, it is a bittersweet memory. But, you know, it doesn't have to end here. And you are the spitting image of exactly why it doesn't have to end The USCSA has so many ex-racers that come back and participate as part of the Midwest Mafia, as part of the course crew. We've got folks that are cooking meals. We got folks that are driving people to and from the mountain, picking up trash, laying B-roll, like all of the stuff that happens here. A lot of these people are guys just like you. So you are kind of what we are looking for in the USCSA, somebody who can get the full meal deal experience at the beginning of his career and keep it going all the way till the end of his career. So we're glad to have you. We're lucky to have you, and thank you for what you do for USCSA.
Thank you, boss. The pleasure's all mine. And yeah, this day is definitely special, bittersweet. I think it reminds even the people that have just graduated like myself, or anyone watching their teammates from their work tests online, maybe just text the people that they know helped make this whole experience special for them, their teammates.
Joseph Urbano from RIT now, wearing bib number 53 across the line in a 122.19, 242.07. We didn't want to miss Charlie Kelly, who came in from Lafayette College wearing bib number 47, and his teammate Drew Carlton wearing bib number 88. Charlie had a 236.10, good enough for 56th fastest, and Drew had a 241.60 for 60th fastest, and Urbano in with a 242.07 for 61st fastest. Meanwhile, here at the bottom, 5 gates to go for the Nittany Lion out of State College, Penn State University's Trevor Bergen.
Trevor Bergen, of course, coach of Elizabeth Houston again. Major hot dog consumption. Wow. This guy's talented. His home mountain is Nathan's Hot Dog Factory.
He loves that competition where that screamer does the emceeing of that. Oh, it's so good. It's my favorite show in the summer. I love it.
That's not quite the
Coney Island. The
Gravedigger.
No, that's not Gravedigger, but he's good. He's really good.
Good.
Paul Polk from Lafayette College now awaits his second run. He'll be followed by his teammate Tim Garrett.
Oh, yeah, the second I'd like to give a shout out from Trevor Bergen to Joe Job Johnson, his uncle. He'd like to, give him a special thanks for always supporting him through his racing career. Joe Job Johnson.
Paul Polk. That's Paul Polk. He is in the start shack awaiting his second run. Skis for Chris Shemenko. He's an international affairs and Chinese major from Lafayette College out of Kingston, New York. Skis at Bel Air, first USCSA National Championship. 3.68 academic GPA. Wow. He'll be an All-American. And here he comes. He is on course wearing bib number 61 high atop this Thunderbird Trail. A beautiful afternoon it's turned out to be here at Mount Bachelor. What a difference a day makes, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to say at the top of the mountain now, we're probably getting more to a succinct boombox unit. There's tunes playing up top. People are enjoying it. People are getting tan up there, boss. I mean, this elevation, this sunlight, you got to love it. This is what you pay for.
We are hoping we can hang on to this weather through tomorrow. There is an 80% chance of snow here at Mount Bachelor tomorrow, but they're not supposed to see it until around 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So if everything can just kind of go as prayed for, we can get this women's GS in tomorrow. Of course, coverage starting right at 9:30 a.m. local time for run number 1, and a scheduled start for 12:30 local time, that's Pacific time, for run number 2 for the ladies GS tomorrow. Meanwhile, back to live action. Paul Polk now from Lafayette College wearing bib number 61, making his way through the transition into the lower third. Now 8 gates to go for Polk.
Polk, under the tutelage of Chris Shemenko, majors in international affairs and Chinese.
He's got a really good outside edge, too. The outside ski of Polk here looks strong. And a good second run for Paul Polk, 128.20 and a 251.11 total time. Tim Garrett now, his teammate, also from Lafayette College. He's making his way through the center section now.
Throwing in a tuck early, boss. That's going to work out for him a little bit faster.
I'll tell you what, that takes some guts right there. Absolutely. To throw a tuck in that section.
Yep, the sooner you tuck,
you see
the
now
it goes.
He got going too fast, and now it's like, oh. He wants to tuck, though. Like, he can't decide.
There we go.
He can't decide if it's too fast or too slow. Now it's definitely the right speed. So he likes his porridge just right.
Tim Tuckin Garrett.
That is Tim Tuckin Garrett right there.
Tim Tuckin Garrett. Wow.
TG from Lafayette College across in 128.26 at 251.84 for the tuck man, Tim Garrett. Alex Conrad from St. Anselm's College now on the course, and he's coming across a stripe, a gray run for Conrad. 124.63 for Alex Conrad from St. Anselm's College. 248.48.
Let's see a great Sally right here.
Yeah, baby. There.
Oh, look at the hair.
My word.
It's a mullet.
That is the greatest
Business in the front, party in the back.
That is an amazing mullet. I tell you what, that Alex Conrad just skied by our booth and took off his helmet so we could see the most fabulous mullet I've seen in 5 years. Like, that thing is fantastic.
Could we get him in on the webcast?
Don't let anybody touch that hair. Like, keep that hair exactly like that. Donald Lehman from RIT now on course, wearing bib number 97. 4 gates to go for Lehman. Lehman had good speed here in the lower third. Lehman's a good skier. He had a tough first run. It put him way back in the back of the pack, so he's coming back here for run number 2. 127.46, 251.39 from the Rochester Institute of Technology. So he's a smarty pants too, right?
These engineers, my gosh, could they ski? Coach named Brian. Donald is a software engineer specialist. Hometown Jamesville, home mountain Toggenburg.
Luke Lallement from Penn State University, the Nittany Lion now on course, wearing bib number 94. Lallement going through that bumpy center section. Everybody just trying to survive that. Oh, and he is double ejected. He hit a rut and flew off the front of the ski. Let's hope he's okay. That did not look good.
He's good. He put a thumbs up. I think he's collecting himself.
Yep, that's right. And he is up, and he's moving around. So good news after bad news for Luke Lallement. That's going to be the end of the day for the Nittany Lion in bib number 94. Tough break for Luke. He was 77th fastest after the morning run. And that'll be the end of his competition here at the 2017 USCSA Nationals. Andrew Brinker now from the College of Idaho, the Yote out of Caldwell. Coach Ron Bonneau, amazing to watch this guy bring kids through this sport. They start out, they'll be in the back of the pack in the first year. You come back 2 national championships later and they're winning the thing. A great testament to what this guy does in Caldwell.
He cultivates an experience, boss.
He really does. 2016 USCSA Coach of the Year, Ron Bonneau. His beautiful wife, Michelle, an educator, public school educator in Boise. They just love kids. They love young people. They love to impart their wisdom during that real impressionable time of life. And you go back and you see kids like Zach Schenk and some of the heroes that have come out of the College of Idaho program and see what they're doing. Zach Schenk is down in South America, in the Peace Corps right now, giving clean water to tribal kids who had never had a cup of clean water before. And it's just, there's story after story out of Caldwell like that. And it's just something that the Bonneaus have really put together that's special there. So Andrew Brinker across the line, 129.02, 254.35, and a great performance yet again from the College of Idaho and Ron Bonneau's great team he's got in program going there in Caldwell.
Absolutely, boss. And you talk about the College of Idaho. Its ski team actually really brings that enriching experience to education. In college, people always are looking for things outside of a classroom to apply this learning. I think that the ski team's a great reference for that.
Back to live action here on the Thunderbird Trail. Connor Smith from Duke University, the Blue Devil out of Raleigh-Durham, wearing bib number 56. Had a tough first run, but survived. 79th fastest after the morning sesh. He is looking to get some revenge here on this tough Thunderbird course. As we take a look at Connor Smith now, should be moving into our view area, but we don't see Connor. So something has happened to Connor above the head wall. Here he comes.
Here he is. He's on the middle of the pitch here. And him and Mount Bachelor they're not strangers, boss. They have an intimate relationship.
Of course they do.
Being he's from Bend, Oregon.
So Connor Smith leaves Bend, flies all the way across the country to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, only to fly all the way back to home so he can compete. And as soon as he's done, he'll fly back to Raleigh-Durham. You know who loves Connor Smith the most? Delta Airlines.
Yeah, that's right.
Love him.
That's right.
Connor Smith from Duke University now into the final 4 gates. After a long, difficult ride through the center section, But it is a testament to his willpower. There is no quitting this kid.
Absolutely, boss. And you look at this, he had a torn ACL a couple years ago, and he's done 4 straight years at Natties if you don't count that time. I mean, this guy's got the heart of a lion.
Dude, he's got the greenest speed suit I've ever seen in my life, too. That's like a leprechaun out there.
My
Where's
gosh.
me pot of gold? Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. He likes the blue diamonds, man. He's into the blue diamonds.
Wow.
Duke University's Jacob Mullet now, wearing bib number 81, Connor Smith's teammate on the course. As Smith hangs around and waits for his buddy to come down. He was 80th fastest after the morning sesh with a 1:30.47.
Now remember, boss, we were watching Jacob Mullet pull into the finish a couple days ago, and he had a balaclava on, so we couldn't see if he in fact actually has a mullet.
Let's
It's
see
gonna be
here.
interesting to
Well,
see.
Mullet has come across the line now.
It does look like he has some sort of neck
And
gaiter
it
on.
looks like Connor Smith's going to maintain bragging rights over Mullet because Smith has beaten Mullet. But, I mean, there's 2 things that Mullet's got going for him. First of all, his
Let's see
name
the
is
hair.
Mullet. And second, let's take a look at the hair.
He just shook his head no.
No, he's not going to take it off.
It's too good.
He could be balding here. Hold on.
It's too good.
Hold on. What is that?
Oh, there's another hair.
Oh, my word.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is purely hideous. That is just unbelievable.
Duke. Dude.
Wow, the Blue Devils are cutting. Look at that right there.
That's a good head of hair.
That is fantastic.
See, these are smart kids if you look at them from the front,
Dude,
and then
this
you
is-
know they can party when you look at them from the back.
Absolutely. But now there's something wrong with Mullet. Now everyone else has a mullet, but Mullet will not take his helmet off. So something is wrong. Hold on. Well, no, we can't do it because we got one more racer. Alex Quast from Duke University, the 3rd Blue Devil now coming down the trail. We're going to get to the top camera here. And Alex Quast should be coming into our viewpoint sometime soon. Fun to watch these Duke Blue Devils have so much fun here at this 2007 Giant Slalom.
Oh, yeah, they major in fun. Alexander Quash, for example, his major is Phil.
Yeah.
So we need to find who Phil is. Apparently, Alex knows everything about him.
Well, I think Alexander is from France. He is a little Frenchy, so he is like the...
Maybe it's an acronym.
Well, no. I think there's something special about this, and we're going to have to talk to these Duke kids at the awards banquet tonight to find out what's going on with Alex Quast, because I think Alex Quast is probably leading this whole crew here. Meanwhile, Alex Quast coming... Oh, and Quast is down. Quast is down and on a ride. Quast is sliding through the transition now, and it's full yard sale. It is a full yard sale. Alex Quast has got some gear for sale, ladies and gentlemen. It's about halfway up the mountain at gate number 23.
If you look at his gear, too,
And
he's
I-
one of the best-dressed guys on the mountain.
Well, of course he is, and I don't even think he's going to put his gear. Is he going to put it back on? Let's see. Oh, see, he's a total trooper. He's going to hike for the gear.
Yeah.
Look, he's hiking for the gear.
Man.
He's wearing the blue bomber. He's got the turquoise blue Miami Dolphins speed suit on.
I wonder if we can get the cameraman to ask
He's
him
asking.
for a thumbs
he's
up.
asking one of the officials to bring the skis to him. He will not hike for the
I
skis.
feel not to move
he
another
is
step.
demanding. Well, no, because he learned this. He goes, why would I hike up there if somebody's coming down? So the Duke University Blue Devil, Alex Quast, has decided he's had enough of ski racing for today, and he's demanding that his equipment be brought to him.
Call
I
it a
love
day.
this kid. I can't wait to see him.
Call it a day. That's great.
And now we're waving here. See, everybody's waving.
He's looking good.
You know, it couldn't be a more proper and fitting in to run number 2 here for the men's GS than Alex Quast literally quitting ski racing right in front of us in his final run here at the USCSA National Championships. He's just quit. He's done. Somebody call a sled. He wants a snowmobile now. He's calling for a snowmobile. He's just told the official that he wants Tom Lomax to bring a snowmobile up here and take him down because his legs hurt. He said his legs hurt and he has to study for a test.
Where's he studying, the bar?
Yeah, he's going down there to the bar. He's going to grab an IPA and study for calculus.
Hashtag college.
I love it. Folks, that's going to be it. It looks like that Alex Quast has done for the day. He will be a DNF. And unless we have got Jared Esnaz, which we may have. Are they pulling gates yet? Because it looks like that Jared Esnaz was scheduled to race. We had him first, but apparently he is not going to come down. We're going to wait to see here from timing while we square away Jared Esnaz from the College of Idaho. Let's go over your top 10 here in the men's 2017 USCSA Giant Slalom National Championship. Finishing in 9th place From Cornell University, it is Wyatt Carollo, and a great performance. He has really strung 2 back-to-back performances. A great job in the slalom 2 days ago. Now back with a top 10 finish here in the men's GS, and a great result for the Redmen from Cornell University. That's Wyatt Carollo. In 8th place from Sierra Nevada College, Elias Stewars. Stewars led. He was atop the leaderboard for halfway through the flip. We really thought he had a great chance, and then the horses started to come through in that final 15 and just kept knocking him down, but not out of the top 10. He was able to lay down a good enough run early, and he will finish in 8th place from Sierra Nevada College. Castleton University's Eric Brobacki, wearing bib number 11, 7th place. He was 6th fastest after the morning session, and then just had difficulty here in the afternoon run, which is a shame. He was 15th fastest on the afternoon run, but still finished 7th place. So that's how good his first run was earlier today, and Eric will have some time to think about how you string 2 of them together, because he has got real skills and real talent. He will get a top 10 finish in 7th. In 6th place from Rocky Mountain College, it's Sean McCormick. McCormick, too, out to a pretty slow start, but then coming back in the second run with the 5th fastest time. So he was 11th after the morning session, but he's going to finish in 6th. So a great comeback in run number 2 from the Battling Bear from Billings, Montana, Sean McCormick. Rounding out your top 5, Ivo Rico, the younger brother of Luca Rico, a legendary ski racer for Sierra Nevada College. And now Ivo actually really gaining and garnering his own legendary status here, as he has had 2 national championships back-to-back with great performances. He's going to finish with a top 5 from Sierra Nevada College. In 4th, yesterday's champion in the men's skier cross, Nicolo Montfort, who really laid it down in skier cross and didn't have a day off like all these other guys had a day off. This guy didn't. He went and raced all day yesterday, had to qualify through the 32, the 16, the 8s, the 4s, and into the finals for skier cross, and won it. Is back out here at 6:30 this morning to run the men's giant slalom, and he's got the fortitude to post a 4th fastest finish, and he's going to stand on the podium tonight in the 4th slot from the University of Nevada at Reno. In 3rd position from Rocky Mountain College, the baby bomb, Eric Hoogbaum, younger brother of Nils Hoogbaum, legendary USCSA national champion in so many events over so many different years. This is his first year out of competition, and we miss Nils. We hope he's watching today. The Hoogbaums are here from out of town. Both mom and dad have come in to watch this national championship, as they did for Nils every year he competed. And the baby bomb, he throws it down today and can be very proud of a 3rd place finish. He will stand on the podium tonight down in Bend as he picks up his hardware for a 3rd place finish. That's Eric Hoogbaum from Rocky Mountain College. Finishing in 2nd, Andras Reich Pogledich. He had the fastest run by a lot, 103.87. He came back with the 2nd fastest run in the afternoon. So you can't ask for a better back-to-back performance. I mean, Andras Reich Pogledich is the definition of consistency, as he did exactly the same thing in winning his national championship 2 days ago in the men's slalom. Comes back and lays 2 back-to-back perfect runs down, and will finish 2nd, because the man of the day, who put the plan together, who went back after the 2nd fastest time this morning of 104.52, he sat in the base lodge, he collected his thoughts, he got his mental focus on. He said, I have got to let it go. I've got to go for it on the 2nd run. And he does. A 106.74, the fastest 2nd run. He comes from behind, almost a 1.5 seconds behind Pogledich from the 1st run. And he comes down and lays down the lightning in run number 2 and wins by 0.2 seconds over Pogledich. And Finlay Nielsen is your 2017 USCSA Men's Giant Slalom National Champion. What a great day of ski racing today here, Nick.
Tremendous. It was absolutely a marvelous day to watch, see these competitors compete.
Well, that's going to do it for us from the broadcast booth here at the bottom of the Thunderbird Trail, beautiful Mount Bachelor, on a sunny and warm Friday afternoon here outside of Bend, Oregon. We're glad you hang out with us for the afternoon on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Make sure you check us out tomorrow morning. We'll bring you live coverage of the women's run number 1 starting at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12:30 in the afternoon back in the East. We hope you'll join us for 2 big runs of Championship GS Ladies action tomorrow here on Channel 1 of the USCSA Broadcast Network. On behalf of all of our cameras, that's Ben Cupshin upstairs, Danny Vasquez downstairs, the guru of information technology, Mr. Alan Price behind me, and my broadcast partner, Nick Egan. This is Boss Hog saying so long, everybody.
I'll stand and fight them.